Have you ever wondered if age has taken away your charm? The truth is, it hasn't. In fact, many men become even more attractive as they grow older. Attraction doesn't disappear with age, it simply transforms. Today we'll explore 6 powerful signs that show you're still an appealing, confident man, even if you don't realize it. And here's something important. If you recognize at least 3 of these 6 signs in yourself, you can be sure you are still an attractive man in the eyes of others. Let's dive in and see how many of these signs apply to you. Now that you know attraction doesn't fade with age, let's look at the 6 signs that prove it. As you listen, notice which of these qualities you already carry within yourself. Some may surprise you, others you might recognize right away. Each one is a reminder that your value and presence grow stronger over time. And if this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it so other men can feel the same encouragement. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more uplifting insights. Now let's dive into sign number 1. Sign number 1. Calm confidence. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities in a man, no matter his age. But as we grow older, our confidence changes. When you were younger, confidence might have looked like speaking loudly, trying to prove yourself, or taking risks just to show you were brave. But with age comes a different kind of strength, a calm confidence. This is the kind of presence that doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to compete, and doesn't need to seek constant approval. It's quiet, steady, and deeply powerful. Calm confidence is not about how much money you have, the car you drive, or how strong your body looks. It's about the way you carry yourself, the way you handle life's challenges, and the way people feel when they're around you. A younger man might need to show off to feel noticed. But a mature man knows that true presence is felt, not forced. When you walk into a room, people sense your stability, your experience, and your self-assurance. That energy is magnetic. Think about it this way: when storms come, people look for shelter. In the same way, when life feels chaotic, people are drawn to the man who remains calm, steady, and unshaken. Your calm confidence tells others, "I've been through challenges before and I know how to handle this." That feeling of safety and stability is incredibly attractive, especially to women but also to everyone around you. It makes you a natural leader without ever having to demand respect. Maybe you've noticed this in your own life. People ask you for advice. Friends, younger men, or even family members turn to you when they need guidance. They trust your words because they can see your actions. They know you've lived through ups and downs, and you carry wisdom that only time can give. That's not something you can fake. That's the kind of confidence that grows from decades of experience, mistakes, and lessons learned. And let's be honest, calm confidence also shows in your body language. You don't fidget or rush. You don't need to prove anything by bragging. Instead, you stand tall, you move with intention, and you look people in the eye. Your handshake is firm but not overpowering. Your smile is warm but not forced. Every small gesture says, "I am comfortable with myself." And that comfort makes other people feel at ease with you too. Some men think they've lost their charm because their hair has turned gray, or their body isn't as strong as it once was. But here's the truth. Gray hair combined with calm confidence is often more attractive than a perfectly young face with no direction in life. A man who knows himself, who doesn't panic under pressure, and who lives with quiet strength, that's the kind of man people admire. Calm confidence also shows in the way you handle conversations. You don't rush to speak. You don't feel the need to win every argument. Instead, you listen carefully, and when you respond, your words carry weight. People remember what you say because it comes from a place of wisdom and thoughtfulness. That's a skill young men often lack, but older men naturally develop. Another sign of this confidence is patience. You're not in a hurry to prove anything. You can wait. You can observe. You can let things unfold without forcing them. That patience itself is powerful because it shows you trust yourself in the process of life. Women especially notice this. They feel safer around a man who is calm, who doesn't react with anger or insecurity, who can face challenges with grace. To them, this kind of man is not only attractive but also deeply reliable. And reliability is one of the strongest forms of attraction there is. So, if you recognize this quality in yourself, if you've noticed that people are drawn to your steady energy, your ability to remain calm under pressure, and your quiet confidence, know this: you are still, without a doubt, an attractive man. Age hasn't taken anything from you. In fact, it has given you a gift that younger men often envy. Confidence that is calm, steady, and unshakable is one of the clearest signs that you remain magnetic, even in your later years. It doesn't fade, it grows stronger with every year you live. And the best part? This kind of confidence doesn't just make you attractive to others, it also makes your own life richer, more peaceful, and more fulfilling. Sign number 2, the presence of a mature man. There is something unique about the way a mature man carries himself. It's not about expensive clothes, a fancy watch, or how tall you stand. It's about the energy you bring into every room. This is what we call presence. The quiet but powerful aura that makes people notice you without you even trying. When you were younger, maybe you tried to impress others by dressing loudly, talking too much, or trying to dominate a conversation. But as the years pass, you realize that true style is about simplicity, elegance, and self-respect. A mature man doesn't dress to show off. He dresses in a way that says, I respect myself and I respect you. A clean shirt, well-fitting pants, polished shoes, these small details speak volumes. But your presence goes far beyond clothing. It's in the way you stand. A mature man stands tall, shoulders back, relaxed but confident. He doesn't slouch, but he also doesn't look stiff. His body language says, I am comfortable with who I am. This posture tells the world that you're not trying to be someone else. You've accepted yourself, and that acceptance makes you magnetic. People notice how you enter a room. You don't rush in, you don't demand attention. Instead, you walk in calmly with quiet strength. Maybe you greet people with a warm smile, a handshake, or a nod. You don't need to be the loudest voice to be respected. Your maturity shines through your calm, measured presence. One of the most powerful parts of this sign is how you communicate. A mature man doesn't interrupt every conversation to prove he's right. He listens first, and when he speaks, his words matter. People lean in not because you shout, but because your voice carries wisdom and weight. Younger men often feel they have to dominate to be heard. But your maturity has taught you that respect is earned through thoughtfulness, not noise. Your presence also comes from emotional control. Life has thrown challenges at you, but instead of breaking you, those challenges have shaped you. When problems come, you don't panic. When someone disagrees, you don't explode. You know how to stay composed, and that calm maturity is incredibly attractive. People feel safe around you because they know you won't lose control. That stability is rare, and it's a gift of age. Think about how women see this. A younger man might look strong, but if he's insecure or quick to anger, his presence feels unstable. A mature man, on the other hand, radiates stability. He knows who he is. He's not easily shaken. That's the kind of energy that makes others trust you, admire you, and yes, find you deeply attractive. Another part of your mature presence is the way you treat others. You don't need to show dominance by putting people down. You've lived long enough to understand that respect goes both ways. You know how to look people in the eye, how to shake hands firmly but kindly, how to speak with both strength and kindness. That balance makes you stand out. Let's not forget humor. Mature men often have a different kind of humor, not the loud, childish jokes of youth, but a witty, clever, or even subtle way of making people laugh. Your sense of humor shows confidence. It shows you don't take yourself too seriously, and that makes you approachable. People enjoy being around you because your energy is light yet grounded. Your presence also includes the way you move through the world. You're not in a rush. You're not chasing after every trend or trying to copy the latest style. You've found what works for you, and that consistency becomes your signature. Whether it's the way you dress, the way you speak, or the way you carry yourself, people recognize your authenticity. And authenticity is magnetic. So, if you notice that people respect you without you asking for it, if they listen when you speak, if they feel at ease when you're around, those are clear signs of your mature presence. And that presence is one of the strongest forms of attraction you can have as a man. Remember, youth may have energy, but maturity has depth. Your presence shows the depth of your experience, the strength of your character, and the quiet power of a man who knows himself. That, more than anything, is what makes you truly attractive. Sign number 3, wisdom and life experience. One of the greatest strengths of a mature man is the wisdom he carries. Wisdom doesn't come from books alone, and it doesn't appear overnight. It is built slowly through years of living, making mistakes, learning lessons, and seeing life from many different angles. That wisdom, combined with your unique life experiences, is one of the most attractive qualities you have. Younger men may have energy and ambition, but they haven't yet faced the same storms you've weathered. They don't know what it feels like to lose and rebuild, to sacrifice for others, to carry responsibilities that test both heart and mind. But you do. Every challenge you've faced has added another layer to your character. And that character shines through in your presence today. Wisdom shows itself in many ways. It's in the advice you give, not because you've read it somewhere, but because you've lived it. It's in the calm way you make decisions, knowing that rushing rarely brings good results. It's in the way you understand people because you've seen many types of personalities, and you've learned what truly matters in human connection. This deep understanding is magnetic. People sense that you get it. You don't judge too quickly and you don't react without thinking. Instead, you pause, reflect, and respond with balance. Think about how often others come to you for guidance. Maybe your children, your colleagues, or even younger friends seek your perspective. They know you've walked paths they haven't yet traveled. They respect that your words are shaped by real-life experience. That trust they place in you is proof of your wisdom, and that is deeply attractive. Wisdom also gives you perspective. You know now that not every battle is worth fighting, not every argument is worth winning, and not every problem needs an immediate solution. You understand what's truly important and what can be let go. That clarity gives you peace, and peace is something people naturally want to be near. In a world full of stress and uncertainty, your steady perspective is refreshing. Life experience has also given you resilience. You've fallen, you've gotten back up, and you've learned that strength isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional. People admire a man who has endured hardships yet continues to move forward with dignity. That resilience is attractive because it shows courage, perseverance, and character. Your wisdom shapes the way you love and care for others. You've learned that relationships aren't about ego or winning arguments, but about patience, kindness, and listening. You know how to value loyalty, how to forgive, and how to choose peace over pride. Women especially find this deeply attractive, because it creates a sense of safety and trust that younger men often struggle to provide. Even in conversations, your wisdom sets you apart. When you speak, you don't just share facts, you share insights. People can feel the weight of your words. You might tell a simple story from your past, but the lesson within it touches others more deeply than a lecture ever could. Your life itself becomes a book of wisdom, and every page has value. Another gift of wisdom is humility. You've lived long enough to know that no one has all the answers, and that's okay. This humility makes you approachable. People are drawn to you because you're wise but not arrogant, strong but not overbearing. That balance of confidence and humility is rare, and it's one of the reasons why your presence is so magnetic. Remember this: gray hair, lines on your face, and the experiences etched into your life are not signs of decline. They are badges of honor. They show that you've lived, learned, and grown. They make you unique, and they give you an attractiveness that youth simply cannot match. So, if you find people asking for your guidance, if you notice that others respect your perspective, if you've learned to value what really matters in life, then you already have this sign. Your wisdom and life experience are powerful proof that you are still, without question, an attractive man. Wisdom isn't something you lose with age. It's something that grows stronger with every passing year. And the more you embrace it, the more magnetic you become. Sign number 4, the ability to listen and understand. One of the most underrated yet powerful qualities of a truly attractive man is his ability to listen. Not just to hear words, but to genuinely listen and understand. As a younger man, you might have felt the need to dominate conversations, to prove your point, or to make sure your voice was the loudest. But with age and maturity comes a new strength: the gift of listening. Listening shows confidence. It shows that you don't need to constantly push your own opinion to feel valuable. Instead, you give space for others to speak. You make them feel heard, and that alone is deeply attractive. People are drawn to those who can truly pay attention, because it makes them feel important, respected, and valued. When you listen with intention, you're not just waiting for your turn to talk. You're observing. You're noticing the tone, the emotions behind the words, the pauses, and even what is left unsaid. That kind of attention creates trust. It tells the other person, what you feel matters to me. What you're saying is worth my time. And in a world where most people just want to be heard, this quality is rare and magnetic. Understanding goes hand in hand with listening. It's not enough to simply stay quiet while someone else talks. True understanding means you put yourself in their shoes. You feel what they feel even if you haven't lived the same experience. With time and life experience, you've learned empathy, the ability to connect with someone else's emotions without judgment. This sign is especially powerful in relationships. Many women say the most attractive men are not the ones who always talk about themselves, but the ones who know how to listen, respond with care, and make them feel understood. When you listen, you're telling her, you matter. Your feelings are safe with me. That creates emotional security, and emotional security is one of the strongest forms of attraction. Think about the people in your life who come to you when they need advice or comfort. They may not always need answers. Sometimes they just need someone who will listen without interrupting, without criticizing, without rushing them to the solution. If they come to you again and again, it's a clear sign that your listening skills are powerful. Even outside of relationships, this quality makes you magnetic in friendships, family life, and even professional environments. People respect a man who can truly hear them out. It makes you stand out because real listeners are rare. Most people are too focused on themselves. But you, because of your maturity, you know that true strength often comes from silence, from patience, from the ability to give someone else your full attention. Listening also builds deeper connections. When you listen, you learn things others miss. You understand people's needs, fears, and dreams. You pick up on details that others overlook. This gives you the ability to respond in meaningful ways, ways that touch the heart. And that makes you unforgettable in the eyes of others. Your ability to listen and understand also shows in how you handle conflict. A younger man might react quickly, raising his voice or trying to win the argument. But you know better. You listen to the other side. You try to understand their perspective. Even if you disagree, your patience and empathy reduce tension. People respect that, and it makes your presence calming instead of chaotic. Another important part of this sign is that you don't listen just to respond. You listen to connect. You're not planning your next words while someone is speaking. You're giving them your full presence. That's powerful. That's rare. And that's attractive. So, if you notice that people often open up to you if they feel comfortable sharing their problems, if they say, "You always understand me," then you already carry this sign. It means your listening and empathy have become part of who you are. Remember this. Being able to listen and understand is not a weakness. It's a form of quiet strength. It doesn't take away from your masculinity. In fact, it enhances it because it shows emotional intelligence, patience, and depth. Those are qualities that never fade with age. If you have this gift, embrace it. Use it. Because your ability to truly listen and understand makes you one of the most attractive kinds of men, the kind people feel safe with, respected by, and connected to. Sign number 5, taking care of yourself. One of the clearest signs of an attractive older man is the way he cares for himself. Self-care is not about vanity, and it's not about trying to look young again. It's about showing respect for your body, your mind, and your life. When you take care of yourself, you send a powerful message: I value who I am and I want to live well. That attitude is magnetic. Let's start with appearance. You don't need to wear expensive clothes or follow every fashion trend. But when you choose clean, well-fitting clothes, when you keep your hair neat, when you groom yourself with care, you show discipline and self-respect. People notice this. A man who looks put together, even in simple clothing, stands out more than someone who doesn't care at all. And for women, a man who cares for his appearance signals reliability, confidence, and pride in who he is. But self-care goes beyond looks. It's also about health. As you grow older, the way you treat your body matters more than ever. Eating well, staying active, getting enough rest. These things not only improve your health but also your presence. People can see the difference in your energy, your skin, your posture, and even the light in your eyes. A man who takes care of his health is more attractive because he radiates vitality. Exercise is part of this. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or run marathons. Even simple routines like walking daily, stretching, or lifting light weights show that you respect your body. Movement keeps you strong and mobile, and it shows others that you're not giving up on yourself. That effort, even in small doses, is inspiring and attractive. Another important part of self-care is grooming and hygiene. It sounds basic, but it matters. A clean shave or a well-kept beard. Fresh breath. Clean nails. These details may seem small, but they send a big message. I pay attention. I care about how I present myself. Women especially notice these things, and they add to your overall charm. Self-care also includes your mental and emotional well-being. Do you take time to relax? Do you read, learn, or enjoy hobbies that keep your mind sharp? A man who invests in his mental growth stays interesting and engaging. He always has stories, insights, and passions to share. That curiosity and ongoing growth make you attractive at any age. Don't forget emotional care. As an older man, you've learned that stress and anger can damage both your health and your relationships. Taking care of yourself emotionally means knowing when to step back, when to breathe, when to let go of negativity. People are drawn to those who radiate peace. If you've learned to manage your emotions, you naturally become more magnetic. Taking care of yourself also means valuing rest and balance. A younger man might think staying up late, overworking, or burning out is a sign of strength. But maturity teaches you that balance is strength. Getting enough sleep, eating in moderation, and managing your time well are not weaknesses, they're signs of wisdom. They allow you to enjoy life longer and with more vitality. Another part of self-care is confidence in your personal style. Maybe you found a way of dressing that feels like you. Maybe you enjoy wearing a certain color, or a favorite type of jacket, or shoes that fit your personality. When you own your style, you no longer dress to impress others, you dress to express yourself. That authenticity is attractive. Here's something important. Self-care doesn't mean perfection. You don't have to look 20 again. You don't have to hide every wrinkle or gray hair. In fact, those signs of age can make you even more appealing, especially when paired with a well-cared-for body and mind. What matters most is effort, the consistent choice to respect yourself. So, if you pay attention to your appearance, if you stay active, if you eat well, if you keep learning and growing, then you are already showing this sign. You are proving that you still value your life and your health. And that is deeply attractive. Remember this, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's a gift to yourself, and it's also a gift to those around you. It means you'll be present, strong, and full of life for the people who care about you. It means you'll enjoy more years of health and energy. And it means you'll continue to radiate confidence and charm, no matter your age. Sign number 6, the seasoned smile. There is something powerful about a smile that has lived through many years. A young man's smile might be charming, but an older man's smile carries something more. A sense of history, of lessons learned, of storms weathered and joys treasured. This is the smile of experience, and it has a beauty that cannot be faked. A seasoned smile does not come from a life without struggle. It comes from facing challenges, from enduring loss, from learning to rise again after falling. When an older man smiles, it is not only about happiness in that moment. It is also about wisdom, acceptance, and the quiet strength of knowing that life goes on. That depth is what makes it so attractive. Think about the feeling when you see someone smile with their whole face. The lines around their eyes soften, their expression glows with warmth, and you sense peace in their presence. That kind of smile makes people feel safe and understood. It tells the world, I have been through much and I still choose joy. For many women, that smile is irresistible because it reflects both resilience and kindness. A seasoned smile also signals confidence. It shows that you are comfortable with yourself and your past. You no longer need to pretend. You don't smile to impress or to hide insecurity. You smile because you feel gratitude, because you've learned that small moments matter more than big appearances. That kind of honesty is rare, and it draws people closer. Let's not forget, a genuine smile is contagious. When you smile with warmth and authenticity, you lift the mood of those around you. In social settings, your smile can put others at ease, help strangers feel welcome, and turn simple conversations into meaningful connections. That kind of presence makes you unforgettable. The beauty of a seasoned smile is that it carries both strength and softness. It shows that you can be firm when needed, but also gentle when the time is right. It tells others that you understand life is not perfect, and yet you can still find reasons to be grateful. This balance is deeply attractive because it reflects maturity and emotional depth. It's important to know that your smile is not just about your teeth or looks. Even if your teeth are not perfect, what matters most is authenticity. A crooked smile filled with sincerity is far more attractive than a perfect but empty grin. People are not drawn to perfection, they are drawn to real emotion. There's also something healing about a seasoned smile. Imagine a younger person feeling lost or unsure. When they see an older man smile with calm and assurance, it gives them hope. It's like a silent message, you will get through this. Life has a way of working out. That silent encouragement is a gift that only someone with experience can offer. Your smile also reflects your inner state. If you take care of your health, manage your stress, and nurture your joy, it will show in your smile. People can feel the difference between a forced smile and one that comes from a place of peace. When you choose to live with gratitude, kindness, and balance, your smile naturally carries that energy. Another reason the seasoned smile is so magnetic is because it reveals your story. Every wrinkle, every line, every curve of your expression holds memory. These marks are not flaws, they are proof of a life lived fully. They are like chapters written on your face, and when you smile, people can sense the richness of your journey. And here is the most beautiful truth: a seasoned smile never grows old. In fact, it becomes more powerful with time. While youth may fade, authenticity only deepens. A young man may have charm, but an older man with a genuine, seasoned smile has something more enduring, an aura of trust, wisdom, and love. So remember this: your smile is not just a gesture. It is a reflection of your character, your choices, and your heart. It shows that you have walked through life's storms, and you still know how to find light. That is why the seasoned smile is one of the clearest signs of an attractive older man. We've just walked through 6 powerful signs that show an older man can still be deeply attractive. Maybe, as you listened, you recognized some of them in yourself. Maybe you realized you carry more quiet confidence than you thought. Or maybe you noticed that your life experiences have already shaped you into someone others naturally respect. Whatever the case, I want you to remember this: attraction does not disappear with age. It simply evolves. There is something timeless about a man who has lived, learned, and grown. His confidence is not loud but steady. His presence is not flashy but grounded. His wisdom is not borrowed but earned. These are qualities that no wrinkle or gray hair can take away. In fact, they become more visible as the years pass. That is why so many older men, without even realizing it, carry a magnetic charm. Too often, society tells men that youth is everything. We are surrounded by messages that say beauty belongs only to the young. But that is not the full truth. Real attraction is not about chasing perfection. It is about character, kindness, maturity, and authenticity. And the older you grow, the more of these treasures you naturally carry within you. If you have at least 3 of these 6 signs, you are without question an attractive man in the eyes of others. Think about that for a moment. People admire your calm, they respect your wisdom, they feel safe in your presence. And the beauty is, you don't have to force any of it. It is who you have become through your journey. This is your reminder to hold your head high, to stop doubting whether you've lost your spark, to stop comparing yourself to younger men who may have energy but not depth. What you offer is unique. What you bring cannot be copied. Your calm confidence, your seasoned smile, your ability to listen and truly understand, that is what makes people want to be around you. So as you move forward, embrace your age with pride. Take care of your health, nurture your joy, and continue to grow. Because every year adds to your story, and every story adds to your presence. You are not becoming less, you are becoming more. If you found value in this video, I invite you to like it, not just to support this channel but as a way of saying yes to your own growth. Subscribe if you want more insights that lift you up, guide you, and remind you of your worth at every stage of life. And feel free to share your own story in the comments. Your voice may inspire someone else, just as your presence already does in daily life. At the end of the day, remember this truth: attraction has nothing to do with chasing youth. It has everything to do with how you live, how you treat people, and how you carry yourself. The most attractive men are not the ones who try to look young forever, but the ones who embrace their age with dignity and heart. So smile your seasoned smile. Stand with your quiet confidence. Walk with your steady strength. And never forget, you are more than enough.